Welcome to the Octane Adventures YouTube channel. What's up everybody? Today I want to do a quick walk around of my MSJ Vanguard pop-up camper. It's fitted on my 2019 Toyota Tundra, and on today's video I want to go through all of the features on the camper, things that you can add on to the camper, as well as certain other things you can do like build outs and all that fun stuff. And then I'll show you my progress that I'm making on my current build out. Let's just start with a few things. I ended up getting my Vanguard camper shipped to me and I ended up assembling it myself. And basically when the camper is shipped out to you, it comes in a few pieces. You get the bottom canopy part, and then you get the top actual tent part separate, and you actually mate those together at assembly. So everything comes in crates, it's packaged very well, and basically when you get everything, all the bolts are included, all your shocks, everything is included in separate boxes and bags, and it's pretty easy to assemble. It really doesn't take any special tools, any special skills. Realistically, you just need a few people to help you lift everything. I don't have an exact weight on this camper, but I would roughly assume it's about 400 to 500 pounds total with everything, is just a rough estimate. I would be able to confirm that with MSJ to get an exact number. But realistically, like I said, it's super easy to assemble. You really don't have to worry about assembling it. Or if you are local or willing to make the drive down to Mesa, Arizona, MSJ is willing to assemble these campers for you and actually install them on the truck. Obviously, it makes it a lot easier if you have a forklift. So that is an option if you are interested in that. Before I pop up the camper, let's just do a quick walkthrough of the outside of the camper and some of the features. To start, we have these pop-up wing doors on each side of the actual camper, and they utilize these really nice latches, like touch latches. You basically just hit them and this comes out, and then same thing with the other one. It's going to come out like this, and you simply just pull the doors up, and that's the same on each side as well as the back door. At the rear of the camper, we also have a LED light bar, and that allows for connecting to your turn signals, brake lights, and all that fun stuff. Since this camper does come with a ladder for access through the outside if you wish, it does have these bars, these clips on each three sides of the camper, and that allows you to actually hook up your ladder so you can get in that way if you would like to. Popping up the top portion of the wedge, all it is basically these latches right here, and they have a safety pin that holds them from popping up. So you simply just go ahead and pull this pin. Once you pull that, this pops up and off of the latch, and that is free to go once you do the other side. Another amazing feature on the exterior is these MOLLE panels. These MOLLE panels allow you to mount really anything you would like, from shovels to diesel heaters, anything that can withstand being outside. They are mounted to the door, so you obviously can't put too much weight on the doors because the shocks still have to work. You can upgrade the shocks obviously in order for it to hold the weight, but I'm sure you can put a good probably 50 pounds on the doors without them having too many issues. Everything I've mentioned thus far on this review is standard with the MSJ Vanguard, but these crossbars are actually optional. So once you option out your camper, you can add these crossbars. Realistically, they can hold plenty of weight. These things are super strong. You can add your solar, if you want to add kayaks, whatever you want to add up here, it's totally possible with these crossbars. Just like that, in a few easy steps, your camper is deployed and ready for use. As you see around the bottom of the tent, the canvas, I do have a rubber string. This is included in the actual package with MSJ. So what you do is you tie it around your tent, so when you are putting the actual tent down, it pulls all the canvas into the center of the tent, so it's not basically bowing out the canvas sticking out of your camper. There is a pull strap coming down from the top, and this allows you to actually grab the camper and pull it down. These shocks on the exterior actually do have locks, so what you have to do to actually put the camper down, you have to click this inwards, and once this shock is depressed inwards, you can actually pull the tent down. So what I do, this strap is very long, so you can grab this, actually go around the truck and click this, and then actually bring down the camper and close it completely. Now let's go ahead and jump into the interior of the MSJ. As you're going to see, my camper is currently in a stage of being built still for the actual interior, for the cabinets, as well as some wiring, as you see. So this will all be cleaned up. I am just trying to do a few test strips to see exactly what I need before I start finishing all the wiring, as well as getting the cabinets fully wrapped up. One feature of the interior is the MOLLE panel that's on the outside actually is replicated on the interior of the doors. So as you see, I do have some orange tape all around the camper, and this is actually where I'm going to be utilizing the MOLLE panels. I am looking to fabricate possibly some Milwaukee pack out mounts for the doors, so I can actually have Milwaukee pack outs on each of these wing doors. For example, my kitchen, or if you're a contractor using tools and all that, this is a perfect spot to actually put Milwaukee pack outs or any brand similar to that. And then going further on the inside, there is a LED strip that comes factory for the camper, and that is on the back towards the cab of the truck. And then over here, there actually is a light bar that comes factory with MSJ. It is currently taken off while I was doing my wiring. So that is also attached for the lighting up the actual interior. I went ahead and just added a aux beam 8 gang since I am actually doing a big electrical build out on the inside of this camper. So this, obviously where I have my aux beam mounted, offers great mounting solutions for like T-nuts and all that. So that's just an additional bonus for adding more stuff on the inside. And then if you look at the bottom of the mounting rails for the MSJ, we basically have gusseted points to actually gusset the sides of the camper. So as you see, it's built super strong. And then jumping into the actual mounting brackets for mounting the camper to your truck bed, it basically uses brackets. I'm sorry, I don't have any actually visible to see it, but it basically just uses bolts in these small brackets to actually mount to the bottom of your bed rail. And that's what allows you to actually bolt the camper down. And there is 4 mounts per side. Once you are inside your camper, this is how it looks with the 2 trap doors. So what you're gonna go ahead and do is push this first trap door open, and that is spring loaded and it'll go all the way up. And then this is your second trap door, but this is actually your sleeping platform. So if we go inside, you have all this for your sleeping, and this also does go up. So once that is up, you actually have plenty of space to stand around in here, and I'll show you how much headroom I actually have. So as you see, I'm standing inside the camper right now, and if you look above me, I have about 2.5 feet above me, so I can put my hands all the way up. And I'm 6'3", so that shows you how much height there is inside this camper once it is all the way up and these doors are up. So plenty of space to actually stand in here and be able to walk around a little bit. Obviously this is a 5.5 foot tundra bed, so if you do have a longer bed, this is going to be even better. For reference, this is what it looks like me standing on the inside with my cabinet build outs. Obviously, if you don't need cabinet build outs, you're going to have a lot more freedom in here. But I'll do a more detailed look into this build out once I actually complete it and know exactly how I'm going to finish it. Back to the sleeping area. As you see, I am using this camper, so there is my stuff in here. But MSJ does offer a LED strip in here that basically connects to the harness they include. And up here, there is so much space. I am 6'3", like I said, and there is plenty of space in here. I typically don't even put down this section when I sleep. I just leave it like this, so I can crawl in and out as I need to. But also, the space up here, you can actually I leave this sleeping bag, this blanket, and 2 pillows up there full time in this camper. So that shows you how much space there is, and you don't have to worry about where you're going to put all your sleeping stuff. And for the extension part on the wedge right here that pops up, this is a door, so you can actually open up this part, and then it has a bug screen just like the sides, and also a rain fly if it is raining and you want to keep it open. It does have a rain fly included for that as well. Then if you've ever slept in a rooftop tent, you know how important it is to have storage when you're inside for the night. So you got plenty of space for your phones, a gun, headlamps, whatever you need on each side or you can also put your shoes in there as well. And then for the materials on the inside of the camper, we do have this canvas. It seems really thick actually, and it's been super durable so far. And then the actual ceiling of the camper here and on the pop-out section is this like marine grade carpet, super soft to the touch. So if for whatever reason you do hit your head or anything on it, it will not hurt you. Another feature I currently don't have on the truck, but is included with the MSJ, is actually a ladder that clips into this top trap door and comes down to the floor. And this allows you to get in, from down to the top portion, but I currently do not run that since I can actually just step on my cabinets and just go up there without using a ladder. And then if you are deciding to assemble your MSJ Vanguard yourself, basically running through the assembly, right here there's a seam, and right there's a seam. It's replicated on this side. That's actually where all the sides of the camper for the canopy itself bolt together. So you'll get this canopy in 4 different pieces. You'll put together the box, and then once the box is together, the top tent part is ready to go on. And once you are ready for that, you put it on, and then there's bolts all the way around 360 around the camper, and they're pretty much every 6 inches around the camper, which allows it to bolt evenly down to the canopy. And if anybody watching has any questions regarding build out, I'll run through it real quick. So for size reference, this is about 20 inches deep, each of these cabinets on both sides. So 20, 20, and that leaves me roughly about a 22 inch walkway. I have my fridge in the beginning, and I have about 3.5 feet from the edge of the tailgate all the way to the fridge. So plenty of little space there. And then over here, I have a shelf, or actually a drawer that's going to go here, an open shelf, and then space for my recovery ropes and shoes and all that fun stuff. And then up here, I have my open storage here, and this is basically for any stuff I need to put in there that's bulkier. So more tools in there, my jack, all my recovery stuff is on this side. And then I have extra clothes, jackets, all that fun stuff is towards the back. And I've honestly put a lot of stuff in there, and I still have tons of space. So if you're looking to do a build out, this is a good concept. But obviously everyone needs to customize it to how they are going to use their camper. And there it is. That's a quick walkthrough of my MSJ Vanguard pop-up camper. I hope I answered any questions anyone might have had regarding this camper. If you are in the market to purchase one, it's a great option. I mean, it's not going to blow your budget completely out of the water like some brands will. And honestly, for the price, that what you're getting here is amazing. It offers all the features that a lot of bigger brands do, and it's a really good platform to either do a build out, or if you want something just to sleep in and have a simple setup. MSJ does offer these with the canopy without the pop-up. So if you go to msjoffroad.com, you actually will find more of their models for their toppers / campers on their website. And they do make these for pretty much every truck bed available on the market today. So if there is any other questions regarding this camper, I might have missed something, totally feel free to drop a comment below, and I will either make a video on Instagram, make another video on YouTube, or just reply back to your comment if it's something simple. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and like I said, if you are interested, go to msjoffroad.com and get yourself a camper.